So I guess I haven't really been fucking keeping up with the channel in the last couple of months, just because of a lot of work and personal bullshit. You know, I do have a 9 to 5, which is actually a 3 to 11 at night. So that shit sucks. I have been flipping trucks, some OBS and newer trucks, just to be driving around something new, different, like 2001s, and I have some videos of the other ones, some another couple ones. I did get a Shorebit single cab blue OBS that was swapped, and I was gonna end up slamming that one, but some guy just came and paid me cash for it, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to make a little bit of money, so I fucking got rid of that blue OBS. I'll probably try to insert like some fucking. Well, I'm not gonna be able to insert to this video because I don't even have editing software on this phone. Reason being why I also hadn't uploaded that often is because this is an entirely different phone and my other phone went to shit. So yeah. Anyway, sold the blue one, got a 2001 with a LS gray one, but it had been fucked with so much, and it was also extended cab short bed. So same story. I got offered some money for it. It was only here for like 2 or 3 days, and I made a little bit of profit on that. So I ended up selling it and getting this. And I didn't even attempt to try to sell this one because I know it would have sold. But I like it. I like it a good amount. So I decided to fucking just jump on it. I didn't have these wheels. I actually had some of those 15 by 10s all around, like 90s cowboy fucking. I don't even know how to explain it without being stereotypical and racist. Just playing, but yeah, I had those type of wheels, which I fucking turned around and sold like the next day after I bought it for like a decent amount. And these offset big and little 14s and 17s are actually the wheels that I always rock on my Pontiac. But since the design of the car, you can't even tell it has giant 17 by like 10 or whatever the fuck these are. 17 by 9 or 8, whatever the fuck. So these are way fatter. And then in the front, I rock the (14x7) offset. But these aren't like the regular lowrider wheels that stick out all stupid. These are more old school looking. They have a regular lip. And that's what I would rock them in my Pontiac, because the other kind won't fit in there because that's a white track car. Anyway, I try to put the rockets, because I have a set of rockets also, but they wouldn't fly because they're Unilug, but apparently the back one is more Ford and Chrysler because it doesn't fit on the 5. Excuse me. I do apologize. It doesn't fit on the 5x5. The rear ones that are actually fatter. They're wide lip, and the front ones are thin. So it's like a set of big and littles, and they're brand new tires also, but it didn't fit the truck. The front ones do, the rear ones don't. And then also came to learn that the OBS is not half by 20 lug nuts. I have half by 20 spikes and deep neck sets there to run any of those wheels on half by 20, but it just hasn't been going on. I need fucking tires for this thing. See, it's the same story as before. I guess it's been sitting for like a year. Just because I don't want to drop the bank of getting like fucking $600 used tires at the minimum for something that fits it. And I don't want off-road tires in the back. Like, I know some people use that look, probably for the same fucking reason, because it's expensive to get some tall slicks. I'm talking like I'll spend what I fucking have into the goddamn thing, you know what I'm saying? So we've been idling at that shit. It's okay. I love the stance on this thing. It's a monster. Anyway, tow truck runs, the water pump leaks a little bit. They haven't even had a need for it. Need to start it soon. You know, it's just been sitting there because I haven't even needed it. If I did, I could just back it up without having to even move the rat, but there just hasn't been a reason to. And like I said, I'm usually now not here in the afternoons. So anything I need to do mechanically, jobs, which I'm still doing jobs for people. So that also just holds everything down. And having like a million fucking projects doesn't help either. And this was a fucking fiasco. I was gonna do. That's when I like to start jobs that people already started. So these guys tried to shoehorn this engine in here, and they weren't able to get it done. And it's from a '69 Cadillac, and this is a '65. And the guy was thinking it just needed some like well, really, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but I was supposed to make mounts and get it in there. And the story was that we just weren't able to make them custom mounts. But no, that wasn't the case. To fit it in this car, you need a fucking sump swap. I think I have some videos of how I did that on the 460 engine. So basically, you just change the oil pickup and the fucking tube and swap it. They sell them for Chevys and Fords. It's really common when you do like fucking swaps like a Nova or a fucking any of those smaller cars. You just need to swap the fucking sump and boom, it works. But they don't sell it for this goddamn engine because it's a Cadillac 500 or something. And he's like, well, put it on my 64 Cadillac. And when I go to pull the engine out, because I never had it out, I was just working off, they had already put it in there. I was just going to make mounts for it and get it running. But when I pull it out, fucking antifreeze starts popping out of here. You can see that's just rusted. Where the fucking... Excuse me. I'm thinking that they either overheat it or, you know, it froze. But it's probably just them fucking overheating the shit out of it. Goddamn allergies. It's gonna suck because I don't have an editing tool, so I'm gonna just upload this shit like that. So it's gonna be me sneezing on YouTube. Fuck it. Anyway, that engine is junk. He's been trying to look for a Chevy 350. And the last time he told me he might not go through it and just pick up the car because it's been taking up space. So I really don't give a fuck. Just take your time, like, get the engine. You can get it going. I mean, I have a bunch of space anyway. I don't know. I was gonna sell this thing. It runs and drives and everything. And then the day before the guy was gonna come look at it, I was fucking with the bags and hitting the switches and like just driving it around. And the bushings on the front control arms gave the fuck out. They were already pretty fucked. But it turns out, now that I look at it, it's actually been wearing into the metal. So it's just been sitting for the last couple of weeks. I need to put this fucking window up, man. I don't know what I'm thinking here. I had just cleaned it too. So this has that fucking second gen TBI engine, which is also from the Vortec family, but somebody got offended I called it a Vortec. So I'm like, it's a fucking 350 TBI then. I'll give a fuck. Basically the same shit. I forgot I bought this fucking mask. So it's basically the same shit. It's just a small block Chevy with a carburetor. This truck's pretty fucking clean. It has a new carpet. The seats are decent. It has a small rip, but I mean, the headliner's pretty sick. a nice little truck. Actually, enormous fucking truck. You know, I'm still trying to sell it too. Like I said, the suspension started fucking vibrating culero, and it needs some work. It's definitely like a rough and tough Survivor. Because I straight pulled that shit, like, from the junkyard and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, it's not as tight as the pink one, like the doors don't close all beautifully, and the hood is kind of like shit, you know? Yeah. The hood got like stepped on and warped and like destroyed because the people that had it removed the hood and everything to do an engine swap and then just let it sit for like 12 years. So I had to fucking go dig the hood out of like the other side of the yard, and it was facing down, and it was buried and shit. So it's lucky I got this good. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it fucking starts up sick, runs real good. And the truck had a 400 in it. When they removed the engine, which was a 454, the truck had a 400. And when I pulled it out, it had like markings from a shop that I got rebuilt in 2012. And I just serviced it, like changed the filter and in the gasket and the modulator, and put new oil, obviously, and slapped it back in. And it's been working good. It's a 400, and well, I put that TBI small block. It was sort of a 8 lugger Suburban. So even these dualies came with a 350. It just depends on how you order them. A lot of people get offended because I didn't go back with a 454, but I was about to do that shit. I mean, if I would have found a cheap one, but I didn't, and they don't come up cheap like that. Hardly ever. So, you know, I was just waiting for an engine, and that shit came up, and it was cheap, and we slapped it in that thing. Because we first put a other small block we had, it was fucking smoking and like pretty fucking wrecked. So, yeah. All these 3 cars are just gonna be sitting for a while. The blue one and the white one run. I fucking jacked the engine from the Galaxy to put it on the Rat. Because I'm stupid. And, this thing runs and drives. It's that body swap. I wish I would have done a better job documenting it. But yeah, it has all the computer and everything from that, if you inject the Monte Carlo. I think it was like an 89 or some shit. 87, 88. Anyway. Yeah, so the fucking suspension and everything from the Monte Carlo, all modern. I narrowed the frame, all disc brakes, everything. I had to make a little bit of a transmission tunnel. And this is made only from parts that were laying around on the floor all over the yard. Because these fools haven't paid me anything. They're just like a customer, but they just brought the parts because they're hurting monetarily. But like, we've sold some trucks before, so they're just trying to put it together and then pay me. And they have. And I mean, if they didn't, this shit wouldn't leave this property. It'd be mine, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a win-win. Well, that's not going to happen. They're going to come up with the flow. Anyway, I still need like a little piece of metal here and there. I gotta do that one without hitting up the fucking computer wire, but I'm pretty good about doing that shit. The ignition switch had broken, and this is how you turn on the truck. I have a video of it on my shorts if you want to check it out. It just shows you. But yeah. like I said, it runs and drives. It's pretty simple. Like, the proportions were actually pretty fucking good. The seat just plops in there and shit. Inside this little frame. I think it's moved that way, but you know, it's just inside the little seat frame, so it's not mounted yet, but if they decide to keep that seat, they can get an original one too. Damn it. Here you go. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty annoying because they, like I said, we haven't found a bed or a fucking passenger door for it to just like move along, be able to fucking finish it. It's pretty much done. I mean, the fucking thing runs on that fuel injected, you know. I'd say leave it how it is. If you're able to find the front bumper and whatever else you're missing, and then just put windows on it. I'd even keep those side fender farm lights and just put lights on it. Yeah. And it runs like a motherfucking top, and it's fuel injected. It like starts up the fuck up. Like the other day I started, I may or may have not uploaded those videos. I know I put them on my Instagram. I started that truck and it didn't even like crank. It was just like boom, and it had been sitting for like months since I put it together. I put it together in here, and since I needed the bed, I just put it there. It's kind of an annoying position, but and then here, old Pinky. I have some shit in the seat, so I'll just put a battery in this thing and it'll run too. I'm trying to also get rid of it. But anyway, that's what's going on here. Pretty much the same thing, except I'm doing this OBS trucks now. Out on the hunt to get more of them too.